Hey Lucy, you here?
Oh,
I'm here. What's up?
Oh, he's back.
The only change I'm gonna make to your sheet is put in quotation marks in your first skill.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have played John Denver.
I'm just gonna add 2 more maps that may be relevant. And I'm gonna.
Johnny Dushout.
Fuck. Dags. Can't you see my dog?
I'm a dog.
You a dog, guys.
Alright. We all here?
Yep.
I'm here.
Let's get it.
Give me a countdown.
Oh. No,
Ready.
You don't need the countdown. I'm already recording.
Shine.
Final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Everything is really the final countdown because you're all going to die.
We Gucci? We good?
I think so.
Oh, fucking your recording goes down.
Guys!
You're live. You have been live.
Hello
Oh,
there,
that's-
everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Everyone is John. This is an impromptu session, as most episodes are. And today we have a nice cast, nice variety, old and new faces alike. We got our boy Ghost playing Weeb John. Why don't you tell us about your...
Tell us about the John, my John.
Just a little bit, you know.
My John's to be self-explanatory, the purveyor of anime, very much likes the most outstanding of the Eastern arts, and we'll be quoting a lot of anime quotes from previous and current very important animes in the Earth sphere. That's John for everybody.
Nice to meet you, John. Matt, you're...
Hi, I'm Bang John. And, you know, with John as usual, speak of the devil and he shall appear. So tonight I will be breaking backs and finding the Batman.
Okay. Stimmy.
Are you talking to me? I don't need an introduction. I'm known by everybody. I'm the famous John. Mr. Gotti, you could call me.
Great. Lucy? Introducing Lucy, might I add. First episode.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I am the, how you say, asshole nihilist John, who watches too many French films and wants to make everyone else as miserable and nihilistic as he is.
Finally rounding out the cast, Ian.
Well, man, enough about you. Let's talk about me, Johnny Bravo. I'm Johnny Bravo, the one-man army. You want to see me comb my hair really fast? You want to watch my chest hair move in slow motion? I'm your man.
Great. Now, let's begin. Every session of John starts with bidding for control before waking and seeing your surroundings. So whisper me your bid.
For those of us completely ignorant, a bid is...
You use your willpower, and you give me a number. So you start out with 10, and if you have the highest bid, you get control of John.
You lose that willpower. Total rest.
Also, Lucy, you can whisper on Roll20 by doing slash whisper and then GM slash W space Demi or GM or whatever.
Yeah, I remembered there's a way, I just didn't remember how. I had it set up on a macro on the other.
Alright, so looks like Ian, you're in control. John wakes up, his head has been resting on a stool. He comes to and he looks around. There are a couple people still in this bar, but it seems like it's closing up for the day. The bartender looks at you with a disappointed look in his eye, shaking his head. Ian?
Oh, thought you were going to describe more. John immediately, through squinty eyes, looks around, looks to see if there's any females near.
Yeah, John swivels his head, and in the back there appear to be two women talking at a booth with some man. Drinks are looking empty.
Right. Immediately snaps to, not even bothering to wipe the drool off the side of his mouth from passing out. He just immediately snaps to as much as possible, like, all right. Reaches back, grabs a comb, slicks his hair back, shimmies up, starts to shuffle towards the two ladies.
You approach two ladies with all your bravado, maybe puffed out chest. John's really feeling confident right now. The two of them who are facing you look up to you, confusion apparent on their drunken faces.
And he immediately looks at one, clicks two finger guns at her, and he just goes, "Hey, baby, anybody ever tell you I have beautiful eyes?"
Oh my god, are you serious right now? You gotta be kidding me. One of them says to you.
Just immediately cuts in, and he just keeps the shit-eating grin on his face that he has. And he's just like going, "Hey, you know, you look pretty, I look pretty. Why don't we all go home and stare at each other?"
You're, you want to give me a roll to see if you can charm one of the two drunk girls?
What you need me to roll?
So difficulty is 6, unless you have a skill in which it's a 3. You can use your willpower, you can spend it to give you a +1 to your roll. So every roll's a d6 and everyone is John.
I won't spend any power because it's just starting to see all.
Right, so you say you're not spending will?
No.
Like, oh my god, do you see this guy? She pulls out her phone, she begins recording. The guy sort of gets angry. The guy who was with the two of them, he gets like, hey, what's the problem, man? As you lose control, the situation not go in your favor, and I need whispers for bids. You can also bid again, Ian, if you want. If you don't want to bid, just list me 0. You know? Alright. Ghost. The guy's gonna up in your face as you gain control of John.
Ah! So seeing him get up in my face, I'm just gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna tell John to take a karate stance, and then tell him to say, "Omae mo Sinderu," and gonna go to just knock him out, just punch him right square in the face.
Oh yeah, John almost naturally snaps to as years of training kick in. He's in his Omae wa mo no Shinderu pose, getting ready to take down his poser. Give me a roll to kick his ass.
I got karate. Does that make it a 3 difficulty?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh wow, no.
So John pulls back, gets into his stance. A guy, unbeknownst to you, John, is a black belt in Taekwondo. He instantly recognizes your school of karate, and takes the initiative, grabs your hand, and flips you over.
Oh shit.
John bangs his head against the ground as the man overpowers him and control shifts over once again. Just waiting on Ian.
Oh, it takes back over me?
No, it's you bid for control every time someone else loses
Oh.
with your willpower. If you don't want to bid, you can put 0 and then save for an opportune time.
Alright, Sim, this guy just flipped you over. He's a real smug look in his face. He turns back to the 2 drunk girls, sort of like showing off. One of them's recording this entire thing. It's probably going to be on World Star Hip Hop by the end of the night.
Does he know who he's messing with? He's messing with John. John, you better give this man a knuckle sandwich waiting his nose.
John picks himself up and attempts to give the man a knuckle sandwich.
I think that's going to be a 3.
I like how all of us...
Hey!
So John, the guy is too busy, distracted by the 2 drunk girls. He's smiling. He turns his face at the last second. John gives him a knuckle sandwich right to the face. The guy goes down, drops the girl to the ground. The girl's like, "Oh my God, Rick, no!" As you very deftly knock this guy out. 1 clean punch. He wasn't ready. Poor Rick. Pouring out for my homie Rick. Everyone do a shot.
Don't take
chug.
no shit, John.
Got it.
Yeah, is that one of your obsessions?
It was.
Then you get a point, and then everyone bids. Alright, Matt, you're in control.
Hello, John. Good job so far.
Yeah, did a pretty good job, I think.
Yes, but this is just the beginning. John, what I would like you to do now is to teach him proper punishment. Pick him up with your strong arms and break his back.
John's feeling really confident from that sucker punch. And John looks at the camera and gives it a nice smile. One of the girls pulls back in shock. Oh my god. As John attempts to pick up and break the man's back.
Okay.
Give me that roll.
Yes.
You have a skill for this?
I do. Specifically in back breaking.
John very awkwardly manages to lift the guy up. Sort of lifts him very slowly, maybe props him on the table. Glasses shatter as stuff is flung here and there. Puts his knee out, pulls the guy's head back as he pulls half his body off the table, just slams it right into his knee. An audible crack is heard throughout the now silent and stunned bar.
Good job, John. That was one of my goals.
Well, remember everyone, if someone else does one of your conditions, you also get points for it. So I know you guys are a very violent group tonight. Just keep track of that.
I don't think that counts as one of them, unfortunately.
Bid for control again. Remember, you don't lose willpower if you don't make the bid.
Oh, no shit!
Yeah, the only time you use your willpower is if when you gain control, and you got it, you did the most.
Oh! That changes things. Okay, no, I'm still gonna bid what I bid, but...
Okay. Lucy, you've just broken this man's back. Some blood can be seen. Your knee and your fist sort of hurt. But you have control.
John, this is meaningless. Why do you do this? You need to leave this bar. There must be more entertaining ways to waste your futile few days on this earth.
Yeah, you're right. Besides, they're probably gonna call the cops. So John quickly looks around for the exit and makes his way toward... You can hear a commotion behind you as you leave the bar. Where should I go?
I don't know, perhaps are we in a seedy downtown area where there might be a strip club, how you say?
You're definitely in the city. When John exits the venue, it seems it's late at night. Can't really tell the time, but the moon is shining in the air, in the sky. There are many buildings left and right, many stores. What are you looking for?
A seedy strip club is what the nihilist is looking for.
Oh, just so happens, a big neon sign, Hustlers. Not too far, maybe a block away, you can see it.
There, that is where you belong.
Yeah, I gotta lay low in that strip club. No one will think I'll be there, right? John begins heading towards the Hustlers strip club. John is able to enter the building, but at the front there seems to be a bouncer. He looks at you and is like, hey, it's a $30 entrance fee. Got some great girls out here tonight.
Is it really $30? What is $30 in the grand cosmos and the emptiness of our existence?
Yo!
John begins spouting out some pretentious shit. Are you trying to convince him to let you through, or...?
I am trying to convince him that his work is meaningless. His life is meaningless. Everything is meaningless.
Spit that hot shit, John. Give me a roll.
Does my insight little skill count for this?
Let me see. You gave a description for it too, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Maybe the second part of it, but I don't think the way that you're going about it's useful, you know? Maybe if you're questioning him.
Okay. Can I switch it up to that kind of?
I don't know, John. John's a man of action.
Why do you do this? Do you find some meaning in standing here and harassing horny gentlemen for them?
Look, it's an entry fee you gotta pay just like anyone else, alright? You got the money, you're getting out of here. That's how it goes. Oh, you got a 3. The man doesn't seem very interested in the bullshit that you're spouting. He seems very angry at you now, and you fail the roll, so you get bid. Alright, Ghost. The man seems to have turned down your plea to let him in for free.
Ooh. Let's see. Look, John, this guy is trying to keep you from doing something you want to do. You just gotta unleash the power of the Hidden Leaf Village on him. Just rear back and give him a spin kick to the side of his head. And then go in for the club for free. They will never stop you.
Yeah, you're right. You won't see it coming. John gets a big old grin on his face as the man gets up. Like, I need you to leave, man. And begins winding up for his super secret ninjutsu.
No, John, wait! He's too big!
Yeah, John was already mid-spin as the man came to his full height, towers a good foot, maybe a foot and 3 inches over you, John. You also miss your kick. It sort of goes right into the stand that he was getting up from. You bang your ankle against it. Ah, shit! John starts holding his ankles. The guy begins to laugh, grabs you by your collar, and shoves you out of the strip club. This seems to be the work of an enemy stand.
Big Shaq, the one and only. Man's not hot.
Alright, bid for control. Shifts again.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3 quick maths.
This fucking song is getting me too.
Alright, Matihi, Sim, and Lucy. Let's see, what's 24 squared? First one answer it, type it in. 24
Whoa, 24 squared!
Oh shit!
Type that shit in, first one to do it gets control.
576.
Hey, I said type it in. Listening skills count too.
Oh, you still got it! Got his finger on the trigger.
You are in control. You just banged your ankle against the stand, and have been thrown out of the strip club. You're now in the streets of the city. You can hear the music in the background.
Fuck that! Life may be meaningless, but his life is especially meaningless. Knock him out.
You're gonna go back in there and try fighting again?
Yes.
Oh no!
I also have a skill in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
This John is exceptionally well trained, 20 years in anime school.
Do you have skill though?
John, feeling really angry at the turn of events, barges right back in there. The guy is still standing. He sort of turns around to face you. As you're about to do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you want to describe how you fucked this one up while I take a shot?
John comes forward and tries to do grab his arm and do a very sweet, over-the-hip throw to put him in a headlock and slam him on the ground, but instead just ends up, gently caressing his hand. And simultaneously slips and bangs his face on the stool again.
Oh yeah. John passes out from this new development as control shifts over. The scene will change. Let me get those bids in.
Did you get one? Did you get
Pods
plus
drop
one
out. John gets his shit kicked in for like the third time in 10 minutes.
This is fucking outstanding. So pass out means willpower restored. Okay.
Yeah, everyone gets +1 willpower, not restored.
Oh shit, okay, well.
Wait, oh shit.
Big Shaq, the one and only.
But I'll tell you what, since John has passed out, it's time for your daily trivia question. The person who answers this first by typing in the answer in chat will get 2 willpower restored. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because I'm not. Gotta pull up a trivia question. What is the second largest country by landmass? Type in your answers, boys. Oh, well, shit. That was quick.
She's from there, she had an edge.
Yes.
Yes.
Sense of fix.
So, Matihi, get +2 willpower. I still need 1 bid from... Never mind.
Russia.
Matihi, you also get control. As John awakens in his new environment. That I am picking.
Nose long like garden hose.
John, you wake up.
It's a
It
banger.
seems... you come to, your head is in searing pain. There seems to be a box covering you, a cardboard box. And you look around, you can hear people and trains. You think you're in a subway, John.
Why are we in the DC Metro?
Why indeed?
Good question. John. Wait, who gets control?
Ooh, wait.
It's you. You have the highest bid.
Oh, good. John, what kind of box is this? Please tell me.
John looks over at the box. It seems to be an Amazon Prime box. The contents are missing. The mailing address not there.
But we're inside the box. Yes.
It seems to have been put over you.
Lift
Like a
the box,
blanket.
John.
Yeah, I guess. John picks up the box.
Who is in here, John? Do you see the Batman?
John opens up the box to look for the Batman, and unfortunately, it appears the box is empty.
Oh.
No.
Alright, John. We're going to get off this subway. And we're going to find the Batman.
What?
Yes,
Batman?
the Batman. We must find the Batman.
Where do I even look? I don't think that's a real person.
He is. We just need to go to the biggest manor in the city. That's where he will be.
Biggest manor?
Yes.
Well, we're in DC, so maybe the White House?
Yes, John. That is where the Batman resides. In the White House.
It's actually Jeff Bezos' house, but no big.
Right. Well, I don't know any other large manors, so me being a very not well-informed John, I guess I should go to the White House.
Good, John.
Okay, but how do I get there? Should I take the train? I don't think there's a stop near there.
It's okay, John. We will find someone to give us a ride. Or we will take it.
Yeah. So, okay. John exits the metro. He's down the streets of DC.
Where are we, John?
In the streets now, there are cars driving. It's now daytime.
Oh.
You seem to have been knocked out for a while.
Alright, John.
People are going about carrying suitcases, their daily jobs, their daily life.
You're gonna ask for directions, John, to the White House. To the Batman.
John approaches a man, asks for Hey, you're at the White House, is that? I need You know, I just want to check it out. Man looks at you and he gives you directions. It's not too far from here, maybe a 10-minute walk. Very 10 minutes, very boring 10 minutes possibly.
Good job. Now let's walk to the White House.
Yeah, John begins to walk to the White House. Is there anything gonna happen between this and that?
If no one runs into us, John, just keep going. Go inside, John.
This 10-minute walk, you sure?
Oh no, I'm gonna pass out, you're right. Alright, John, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna see if we can find someone's back to break. How about that? Is there a chiropractor around here?
Give me a D100. Anything above a 60, there's a chiropractor. Fucking wherever.
No!
Unfortunately, the closest chiropractor is about 5 miles out. You know that? You go to him every day?
Ah, true.
For some reason. You've had chronic back
Break my
problems
own
for
back.
years, John.
Alright, John. The next person we see, you know what we have to do, right, John?
What?
We have to break their back.
Oh, yeah. So after walking for about 8 minutes, nice young little girl holding a balloon. Her father is on the phone, maybe 5 feet back. Doesn't seem to be paying much attention to her. She's wearing a nice frilly dress, a nice bright smile on her face. Her?
Pat the child on the head, John.
John pats the child on the head. She begins to scream because the stranger has just randomly touched her. The inattentive father turns around, looks at you, angry, begins to sprint towards you.
Perfect, John. Take that momentum. Pick him up. Break his back.
Yeah, give me a roll to fuck up this loving father.
It's turned into dark.
No. Oh no,
Gosh.
John, your arms!
We saw
It's finally your chance to shine, John. You're gonna break this guy's back, he won't see it coming. And that's the final thought you have before the guy tackles you. And your head hits the pavement and you pass out again, John. You were just getting fucked up today.
Oh no. At least the hugs are nice.
Alright. We ready for another trivia question?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Remember, type in your answer. Ice hockey pucks are made from what material?
Fuck!
I think that's it.
It's a very specific kind of rubber. Power of the Google. There you go. Bet you knew that one off the top of your head, yeah?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was like, oh man, fuck, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Alright, Simboy, get +2 willpower and bid for control, please.
Thanks, Sim.
Yeah, be my vid.
Alright, Lucy, you're in control again. This time, John awakens. Very oddly, don't know how he got here, but he appears to be slumped over, reclined back in the movie theater. Luckily, the seats are red because you've been bleeding.
Oh, the cinema, the opiate of the masses. But is it good opiate? What is the movie playing, John?
I don't know. John looks at the movie. It appears to be some sort of superhero flick. There's a boy in a yellow shirt with graffiti cans with the Christ, the holy symbol, spraying some bad guy in the face. I'm sorry, this is an inside joke for recruiting.
Holy shit, John, are you in a Bible Man movie?
No, upon further inspection, there seems to be another man, a dapper-looking man with X-ray vision, looking through a woman's shirt. It's a very odd film. Seems to be one of those team movies.
When the dapper man uses his X-ray vision to look through a woman's shirt, I want to look around. Are there any people, how do you say, horny teenagers near?
John looks around. It doesn't appear that this film is doing very well. There aren't many people at all in this theater except for you, John.
Okay, I am going to get up and leave the theater. John,
You
get
sure,
up,
John?
leave
I
the
mean,
theater.
the movie's like, I don't know, halfway done? Maybe I should stay, yeah?
No, you should not. The movie is meaningless. I mean, everything is meaningless, but especially this.
I guess you're right. John gets up. Some popcorn that was on his lap falls to the ground. Begins to exit the theater.
In America, do they sell cigarettes at the concession stand?
They do not.
I am going to harass the staff for a cigarette.
Yeah, John walks over to a man who seems to be leaning on some velvet, what are those things called? Like the...
Lanyards?
Whatever.
Ropes?
Yeah. Just leaning, just chilling. Hey, man. you got a cig I can bum one off you? The man looks at you. He shrugs. Just so happens the smoke pulls one out, offers you one.
I take the cigarette.
John takes a cigarette.
I ask, what is this movie that is playing here?
Man looks at you like, I don't know, man, some D-list shit. Came out a couple months ago. Don't know if we're still running it, but...
Why are you still running it?
Man, I figured it'd stop after the first movie, you know. But apparently, they got another sequel coming out soon. D-list, episode 3.
Does this ever make you wonder why they make these stupid films?
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking myself, you know, I thought maybe after the first one people would be like, it was funny, but haha, it's over now, but the people want it, I guess. I mean, there's money going into production value. The demand is there, I suppose.
Doesn't that make you disgusted with life?
I mean, now that I think about it, give me a roll.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, now that I think about it, why the fuck are you talking to me? I'm on shift, get out of here. As you fail another roll, possibly the 10th one tonight. Control shifts over.
That's the 4th or 5th one in a row.
Submit for control, please. Sim, this guy just told you to get out of his face. He's on the job. He's a working man. As you gain.
There you go, John. You're letting people talk to you like that again. Go ahead and give this guy a backhand. Just give him a pimp smack, real quick. Remind him who you are.
Yeah, you the fuck you're talking to? As you wind up to slap him.
I swear to God, don't do it again.
No.
Please succeed. Yes!
Do you have a skill in slapping people?
It counts as melee, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
John winds up that sick backhand at a perfect 45-degree angle, lets it rip. A slap that can be heard from a mile away resonates throughout the theater as the man reels back in utter shock as he grabs his cheek. Oh, fuck, man! I believe you fulfilled the condition, so bidding, please.
Do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Okay, Matihi and Sim. This trivia is for you, and it's for Control. What is a group of owls called? Type in your answer. That's not right.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Garbage. Just garbage. If you get this one wrong, Matt, then Ian gets Control. Alright, you Google it. Alright. T.
Of course.
This man is now holding his cheek. You can see a slight tear welling in his eyes, but he also looks kind of angry.
Alright.
He did just do you a solid and give you a cigarette.
He did, but smoking causes cancer. That's terrible, John. You must teach him a lesson, don't you agree?
Yeah. Who the fuck is it? He's trying to kill my lungs!
Yes, he's trying to give the world cancer. We must remove this human cancer, John. I'd like you to break his back now.
Yeah, seizing the opportunity as the man reels from his pain, John attempts to snap his back. With a roll, preferably.
Ow!
John reaches out and begins a lift, but... John tweaks his back. He knew he should have seen his chiropractor today. He has a 9 o'clock meeting that he missed. How could he forget? The man does not seem impressed as Control shifts over again. Oh, this is a 3-way. Tell you what, I'll do in the order you guys messaged me. Sim, you're 1. Lucy, you're 2. Ian. Alright, Lucy. You're in control. You just tweaked your back trying to lift this guy up. He sort of shoves you. You take a few steps back.
It isn't worth it. This fight is meaningless, and you know what you need after tweaking your back? A cigarette. Smoke the cigarette inside.
Yeah, John picks up the cigarette off the ground where he dropped it before attempting to break some backs. Starts digging through his pockets. Ah, shit! I don't have my lighter!
We are in a movie theater, yes?
You are indeed in the movie theater.
Go to the concession stand. Or actually, go to the bathroom.
The man begins to square up with John as John quickly, hastily makes his way into the bathroom, leaving the man a little confused at what just happened, but still very angry. You're now in the bathroom.
Is there a one of those annoying wall-mounted air hand dryer jet things because they're too cheap for paper towels?
Naturally.
Break it off and use the wire to light the cigarette.
Alright, give me a roll to do all that.
Oh, John's dead.
No, we're not killing John. It's too early in the night. John grabs a hold of the dryer and tries to pull, but once again, that stupid back of his just tweaks the hell out. He crumbles to the ground. The pain is unbearable as he passes out from shock. Jesus Christ. You guys are doing pretty hot today.
Yeah, we're really lighting it the fuck up.
Yes, we are.
Alright, trivia question for 2 points to willpower. What is Walt Disney's middle name?
Delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty. Our drinks...
Ooh, Lucy with the +2.
They're so good.
Now, bid for control as John awakens in a new environment.
Show starts in 4 minutes. Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's
Alright,
sandwiches.
Ghost.
The Castleberry ways.
Outrageous.
John awakens once more.
With a sauce
Just Not entirely certain how he got here, but he appears to be at an airport. This is before the TSA screening. People are just lining up, checking in their bags, going about their business. And John comes up. His back cracks a couple times. He looks around.
Well, John, you're really getting in a lot of trouble today. Hey, is there any bookstores in here you see?
John takes a quick look around. He can see past the screenings that, yes, there's one of those little novelty shops that happens to have books out front. But he would have to go through security first.
Security might be a problem. Why are you here, John? You have a plane ticket or something? Check your pockets.
John checks his pockets. He has an unlit cigarette, a ball of lint, and a switchblade. No wallet, no identification, no money, no ticket.
Alright, John. So here's what's gonna happen first. I want you to toss that cigarette away because cigarettes are bad. Next thing I want you to do is we gotta get to that bookstore because there might be some really hot comics in there. I don't know how airports usually do it, but they might have some like old school, like older anime stuff you could look at, like mangas. So go ahead and toss the cigarette, and I want you to go through security. Don't let them stop you. Remember, John, the power is within.
John very coolly flicks the cigarette to the ground. It crumples, left alone, consumed by the test of time eventually. He begins to make his way towards security. There are a lot of people in line who seem angry that you're just walking by them. You're not even in the VIP lane, the pre-screening lane. You approach the TSA agent, who looks at you, a little confused. Sir? Need you to get in line, sir.
Go ahead and tell you what to do, John. Ask him what it's like living in a constant haze of stupidity.
Ha! Dumbass. What's it like being so dumb, you dumb fuck? John says. The man's like, excuse me, sir? And begins talking to his radio. I got a crazy one over here. I'm gonna need some backup. He's about
John.
5'3".
Listen. Ask him if he feels strong, John.
You feel strong in your uniform and your curly hair. Man is confused at your questioning, John, but finishes speaking into his radio.
Ask him if he knows what the worst part about being strong is.
John asks him. The man is now reaching his hand out, sort of like to hold you at bay. He seems to be reaching for his waist, but you don't see a gun there.
The worst part about being strong, John, is that no one's gonna ask him if he's okay. Kick him in the chest, John. Kick him as hard as you can in the chest, and then go to that bookstore.
Alright, give me a roll to kick him in the chest.
As is tradition.
Yeah. John begins asking him the questions, his pre-one-liner, before kicking him as a couple of TSA agents come up from behind and grab John. Again, taking him down, getting some zip ties, they tie you to the ground. As control shifts over. Jesus. I'm looking at all these. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones.
Yeah, it's been a good night.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having very good dice, thank you.
That's true.
For a
He's the only one that's met shit. Oh, you have.
Hey, I got shit.
Alright, 7 Ian. I need you guys to fight to the death. Winner gets control. Random trivia question for two of you. According to the Bible, who was a disciple that betrayed... Oh, that's too easy. Whatever. Who betrayed Jesus? If you know anything about religion.
Wait, God!
What the hell, John?
I mean, he has a point.
Jesus Christ.
God.
This wasn't for willpower. This is just to see who got control. In which case, Ian. It's like some basic shit. You don't even have to know anything about the Bible. Alright, Ian, you're in control. You've just been taken down by 2 security guards. You have a zip tie binding your hands together.
A zip tie binding my hands together.
Behind your back.
Okay. So, this won't end well. It's time to make a skedaddle there, John. Just go and get up. Show him how to do the monkey.
How are you gonna do this, John? Exactly?
Basically try to jump up and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, give me a roll to escape from the TSA.
Yeah, it's basically show him going. Says use those legs. Show him how to do the monkey. Says puff up the pride, John. Says bust them zip ties. Ain't nothing can hold you down. You're a one-man army, a wrecking crew. Guess try to get up, dodge them, and break free of the zip ties.
Yep, just give me one roll for it all.
And is it 1 willpower for a +1?
Yeah, every willpower you spend, you decrease the difficulty.
And he is bulging with muscles, if that pertains to
Yeah,
his
you
skill.
can break these cuts. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. John flexes his muscles. He can feel it digging into his skin, but soon enough it snaps. He puffs up his chest, and as the TSA agents are absolutely astonished by your physique, John, wow, and your feat of strength, you have the opportunity to escape. Where are you heading, John?
Rushing. Well, I'm late. Basically, I'm not real. I'm still in the public part of the airport. I'm assuming I'm not.
Yep, you haven't gone past security. You were just at that little that junction.
He will rush through the sensors to where the airplanes are because he likes to get into unusual.
Okay, yeah, you run past the sensors, the alarms go off, it seems to be high alert now. People are on their radios, freaking out. You can easily tell that the big guns will be here soon, John.
Any planes currently boarding?
John's running through the airport, looks left and right. There is one plane heading to Monterey, California. Seems to be boarding right now.
Oh, mama! There. See, get in line and play it cool there, John. You can do it.
Alright, give me a roll to blend into the crowd and play it cool. Do you have any skills that let you...
He's overconfident, or very confident, so maybe he can play it off. It's nice.
I don't know. Let's take a vote. Fellow Johns, do you think his confidence should let him...
I think so.
I concur.
You got this, John. You gotta just stand there in that cool.
Sure, why not?
Alright, yeah, your confidence gives you just enough, I don't know.
Tap your foot,
You're
whistle
very-
a tune.
Yeah, you're whistling a tune so nonchalantly, so confidently that you managed to somehow evade the security on this matter. They don't know where you went. That's not the man we tackled. Look at him. He obviously belongs. You watch as the cops run by you.
Continue to just go ahead, man. Just play it cool. Got it.
Yeah, you wait in line, playing it cool. Eventually, there's a female attendant asking for your ticket.
Oh, my ticket, huh? Oh. Do you have one, John?
John recalls in his pockets he has a switchblade, some lint.
Oh,
And no longer...
You want to hijack a plane?
You're in control.
Yep, you're in control.
Yeah.
You would,
They go, oh man, she's just look confused and tell her you can't seem to find it.
John pretends to check his pockets a couple times and puts on a really stupid-looking, confused face. Like, oh man, I must have. Doesn't really say much other than And one's like, sir, if you don't have a ticket, I'm gonna have to ask you to. I'm sorry, but you can't board.
Man, charm the panties off that one there, John. Says here, repeat after me. Say, hey, Foxy Mama, you smell kind of pretty. You want to smell me? Ho-ha!
John says all that and attempts to charm the lady.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
How'd you roll a 7? Oh, +1. Did you use a willpower?
I spent a,
Oh.
yeah, I spent a
Oh my god. Over and
Oh
above.
yeah.
The greatest of all time.
Oh my, you're so confident. I like that. You know what? She gives you a nice smile. She begins writing something on a paper. He's like, here's my number. I don't think I can let you on this plane, but you should call me later tonight.
Yeah.
If you achieve one of your goals, you do pass on control. Charming a lady. I'm assuming you're...
Yeah, he achieved. He got his main goal.
His main goal.
Yeah, so basically, I guess as he blacks out on the inside, all you hear is a whole... Just in shock. Just... Take the number, John. Take the number, tell her you'll call her.
John reaches out, but control is shifting over as he accepts this number. And Sim, you're in control now. You just got the flight attendant's or the worker's number.
We still by the plane, like.
Oh yeah, you're right by the gate. You're keeping some people from boarding by flirting with her.
All right, John. We're gonna get on that plane. Maybe not now, but in a minute. You're gonna back up. You're not gonna tell anybody who you are this time. You're gonna keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, okay. John gives the flight attendant a wink. She blushes and laughs as she calls on the next guest and you back off.
Now, what I need you to do, John, you see those two mooks over there trying to get on the plane?
Yeah, John looks over at the two mooks, an elderly couple holding hands.
When they try to get on the plane, you're gonna blend right in with them. You're gonna be sneaky. You're just gonna go right in like you own the place.
Yeah, I can try. I mean... How exactly are you doing this? You're gonna position yourself in an angle in which you are perfectly hitting behind the couple of old people.
I hope you're skinny enough.
Oh yeah, you're 5'3".
5'3" and 102 pounds.
Ah, see, I got
Breaking backs all...
I'm telling you can't do anything you want to do, John.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Sim Gotti. Oh shit. Hey!
Do you have a stealth skill?
I do.
Oh yeah.
What?
The old couple sort of, they noticed you, right, as you go in between them. They said, "Oh, Johnny, is that you, Johnny? Oh, where have you been?"
Yes, Ma, it's me.
Yeah, you forgot your ticket, sweetie. She hands you a ticket with your name on it. And, nah, off you go. They begin shuffling towards the flight attendant. The flight attendant notices you now, but you do have a ticket you can present to her. She seems a little confused.
Now give her the ticket. Tell the broad that you got the ticket now.
You tell the broad that you have your ticket, and you hand her over a ticket, saying, "Has your name, Mrs. John, on it?" She looks it over. She's like, "Oh, right." She hands it to you, and you're clear to go.
Tell her, don't worry, sweet cheeks, we'll be calling her later.
You flirt with her a little bit more before heading out, and you begin to board the plane.
Find an empty seat, John. Anywhere. Don't let nobody tell you can't sit.
John begins looking for an empty seat.
In
But
fact,
the old couple sort of... what's up?
you know what you do, John? Turn around. Go in the pilot seat. You're a pilot of this aircraft. Ain't nobody can tell you no.
John begins looking around. He finds a couple of nice, comfy-looking seats, but decides, you know what? I might as well run this joint. He breaks free from the old couple, the kind old couple, confusing him for their Johnny, and makes his way to the cockpit. He's able to get in with ease, and sitting down right now is a captain and his aide, his second mate, or whatever, sitting. They turn around and look at you quizzically.
Okay, John.
Co-pilot.
Tell them that you're piloting the ship now.
Second mate.
Yeah.
John looks at them,
Ship alive.
and John says, "Look at me. I'm the captain now." How are you gonna do this? How are you gonna get them out of their seats of power?
Pull out the knife, John. Pull out the knife.
John brandishes his switchblade.
Tell them
Their eyes visibly. What up?
Tell them, use knows where their family lives.
Hey, I know where your family lives. You read the tag. It seems this man's name is
John?
John. It's Captain John.
Tell them you got a couple guys sitting outside the house right now.
Alright. You say all this to them. Give me a roll to convince them that you should hand over the keys, the ignition, all that stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you have a roll in intimidation?
I got
Great.
persuade amateur.
Oh no! You know where little Johnny is! Fucking everyone's Johnny.
Yeah, such a sweet boy. It'd be a shame if something happened to him.
Literally everyone is John.
You go on and on about how you know where sweet Johnny sleeps at night and how you have your men casing the place. Right now as you speak, the pilot John turns to his co-pilot John and says, "Look, we gotta give him the keys." He raises his hand, and we're now currently in control of the cockpit. They don't seem to be resisting. Hey, just don't hurt my boy, alright? Yes, do not hurt his boy.
As long as everything goes how we want it. Now we need to leave. Get him to back us up out of here.
What was that, sorry?
Get them to back us up out of here unless you got to reverse.
You sort of brandish your knife and tell them, try to back up out of here. Are you piloting or are they piloting?
No, I'm going to make them pilot. I ain't that smart.
They sit back down, confused, and begin to attempt to back up, but their landing gear and all that stuff, they seem to have been boarding still, loading up luggage. They do that. You can look outside the window. People are screaming, wondering what's going on. Luggage is flying everywhere.
That's it. Now get us over. We got to get out of this place.
We don't have clearance yet. There's pre-flight checks.
Who's the captain? Who's the captain?
You're the captain now, John. I'm talking to your name, but
Now you're clear.
we're clear. Yeah, of course, sir. He begins talking on radio, requesting clearance. He starts saying some AR codes or some shit. People are confused on the other end. He explains the situation. Sir, they don't want to let us go. Maybe you should talk to them.
Captain John says it's time to go and we're going.
Okay. He repeats that. He's like, Captain John says it's time to go. And then the guy on the other end says, why are you talking in third person, John? Confused at the situation.
If you don't start going, I'm gonna have Vito and Johnny kill little Johnny.
No. He throws caution to the wind and starts fucking going to the runway. He skips a couple people. It's very hectic now. As he begins pushing forward, accelerating.
Better get us up in the air, John.
Oh yeah, he begins lifting the plane up in the air. You ascend. You are now midair. Where are we heading, sir?
That's a good idea, John. Where are we heading? I think we need to go south. Mexico seems like a good spot right now.
Yeah, we're going to Mexico. You got that right? All right, yeah, you see, we're going to Mexico. You tell the pilot. He's like, oh god, that's international. He's flying the plane now, right? You're midair, you got your knife, but you're hearing a banging on the door behind you, entrance to the cockpit.
Alright, John, here's what I want you to do. The golden opportunity. I want you to open the door, and whoever's on the other side of that door, you stab him in the face with that knife.
Give me a roll to self-assassinate this man or woman.
Alright, well, first thing...
Look, I gotta verify if you sim. You just hijacked a plane, and that does not accomplish any of your goals?
Zero.
Yes.
But I figured this time we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
However, for the stealthy assassin kill, would my stealth help?
Yeah, I'd say your stealth helps. Your quick motion, you open that door, you jab it through his neck.
Alright.
This will be the one he fails. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
John Gotti!
Very quickly, the door opens. A man sort of falls forward. He seems to have been attempting to tackle this door open. He's wearing a nice little... doesn't matter what he's wearing because you stab him in the neck as he falls and blood's curdling, splashing everywhere. People are freaking out. All the passengers can see this now. In the background, you can see the old couple just crying.
I need you to finish it, John.
John looks the man in the eyes. Fear, horror, everything apparent on his face, and just stabs him, and stabs him again and again. The light fades from his eyes. You do notice, however, that when he fell, he dropped a 6-shooter. I do believe murdering someone's one of your goals, though, so control does shift over.
Jesus. This is the darkest John.
It's all about those points.
Holy shit. You gotta watch out for John Gotti.
John got him.
John got him.
John got me.
Missing Sim? Do you still have things you can better?
Yep.
Alright, Matihi, you're in control. You have just murdered a man.
Perfect.
People are freaking out.
Good, John. Now I want you to make sure to, whatever's the easiest, kick this man out of the cockpit or drag him inside.
Yeah, John very coldly just sort of kicks the man. He rolls back. You're still ascending, so it's very easy. Everyone's holding on to their seats, freaking out.
Perfect. Now I want you to close the door and lock it.
You close the door. Do you want to pick up the gun, or do you not need a gun?
As long as the gun is in my possession, yes. Actually, yes, pick up the gun. Pick up the gun, John.
John picks up the 6-shooter. It seems to be fully loaded.
Perfect, John. Now I want you to kill both the co-pilot and the pilot.
I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I don't know if we can get to Mexico, but...
That is
And,
fine, John.
It's the last thing the captain says as John points to Magnum, the 6-shooter, blows his head off. The other pilot sort of freaks out. Oh, what did you? And then you turn around. Give me a roll, see if you're quick enough to kill both of them.
Oh, come on, John.
Oh my.
Is that good enough?
I don't know.
That's
Is
cool.
it? I don't know. I don't
Do you
have
have
I
skills?
don't have a skill in killing people. Exactly. So no.
Let me see. Let me look at your skills. Oof. Nope.
No.
It's not gonna work. You kill the main pilot. You turn to shoot the other one, but he sort of ducks out the last second. You shoot a window, and the bullet ricochets and it goes into a seat, but it makes a nice little crack on the window frame.
Perfect.
You feel like a vacuum maybe form as air is slowly shifting positions between the cockpit and the outside. Not to mention the fact that you're fucking tail diving now, nose diving.
Good job.
As control shifts over.
So
Dead
drastic
pilot.
today, John. Hey, this will be the first time John has made it to anywhere else.
This will be the first time John hits goal number 3 because I guarantee I know what Bang John's level 3 goal is.
Lucy, you gain control. The main pilot is dead. The other one's looking at you. Fear apparent in his eyes. It's everything's shaking. There's a lot of turbulence. You seem to be going down. Altitude dropping at a quick pace.
John, sit down in the main pilot's chair and point the gun at the other pilot and tell him to stabilize the...
Are you gonna remove the corpse, or just gonna sit in his lap?
Sit in his lap.
John very calmly manages to sit in the dead pilot's lap, points his gun at the co-pilot, and tells him, "You gotta pilot this plane." The other man is shaking now. He gets up and he attempts to grab hold of the steering wheel, I guess, right? I don't know what it's called. And
Yoke.
sure, begins pulling up, trying to stabilize it. Seems to have... fuck it, we'll do this. High or low,
Oh
Sam?
man.
High or low?
We'll go low.
You're going low?
Damn it.
I'll only ask you because you had jacked this shit, so... You got it. He manages to, maybe last minute, any more time passed, you guys would have been dead, but he manages to stabilize the plane. So I should probably change his fucking music, yeah?
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
intense.
Be the captain, John.
So yeah, the plane is now stabilizing. What
John,
do you-
take the intercom, stare the captain in the eyes, turn on the intercom and say, "This is your new captain speaking, and I have one question. Do you believe in God?"
John remembers where the captain previously spoke during the flight checks or whatever, talking to the passengers, flips it on, and asks, "Do you believe in God?" Very edgy, very edgelord-like. What are you gonna do with that, John?
Then say, "Why? This is meaningless. Why are you here? Your God would not do this to you. Abandon your belief. The world is nothing. It is meaningless. Everybody, turn on the same depressing French film now, or we crash this."
Okay. You say all that. What's the goal here?
To get somebody to abandon their belief in God.
Yeah, give me a roll to make these people give up their faith.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. there are only 2 competent Johns in this entire scope.
You begin preaching your anti-theological beliefs, and oddly enough, you don't know this, but Many of the passengers who were previously atheists suddenly convert. They begin praying to any god who will listen to save them from the trap. You have inspired them with your words to find religion, so if they make it out of here, they will be attending church or mass or temple or whatever. So congratulations, John. I think that should count as a -1 point. Anyways, bid for control.
I'm gonna bid my maximum again.
Shout out to Con Air. Just waiting on Lucy.
Oh, I'm out of points at the moment.
Yeah, say
No,
zero.
well,
Spoiler alert. Sim, you're in control.
All right. John, what I need you to do is to get a map, John. Get a map.
John turns to the other pilot, still holding a gun to his head. Hey, you got a map? He's like, no, I don't have a map, no.
Do you know where? Ask him if he knows where New York's at.
Do you know where New York's at? What? Yes?
Ask him if he'd be familiar with Little Italy.
John recalls fond memories as a child eating hot, spicy Italian pizza in Little Italy, and asks the other pilot if he knows. Yeah? Why?
Because that's where we're landing. Take us to Little Italy.
I don't know if I can do that.
You don't know how to fly a plane? Maybe you're no use to us. Tell him, John. We only got room for one mook up here, and it's me.
John begins threatening the other pilot. I said I don't know if I can do that. I can try for you, sir. Please don't kill me.
Tell me better try a little harder, John.
The man's crying now. It's okay. Okay, I'll try. He sort of starts turning, previously heading to Mexico, now heading in the opposite direction.
And when you see Little Italy, that's our landing spot.
It's gonna take some time.
Well, you got a hot date?
No, okay. This will take about an hour and a half to get to your destination.
You'll pass
You
out
cool with
time.
that?
Is it nap time?
I don't think you should fall asleep.
Don't do it, John.
You must crash the plane now, John.
If you got nothing else, time ticks away.
The Batman.
Okay, John.
After
Here's what we do, yeah. We are gonna go, and we're gonna go into this plane, and for the next hour and a half, we're gonna tell jokes, because we're funny guys, John.
Sorry, you.
What the fuck?
So he doesn't pass out.
You're doing this on the intercom, or are you going out to the public, or?
We're going out to the public.
What?
Oh yeah. Okay, John exits the cockpit, holding on, and everyone's looking at him now, afraid. There's this corpse just in the middle of the aisle. Peanuts are everywhere. Yeah.
Ask him why the chicken crossed the road.
John, booming voice, standing at his full 5'3", and asked the crowd, "Why did a chicken cross the road?" No one seems to respond. People are afraid.
Tell them they get to the other side. They don't get the joke, and they start laughing hysterically.
John tells the joke and laughs at his own joke. It seems he is the only one, though.
Now look at the guy next to you, John. As you're laughing,
And you look over to the left. It seems to be a very fat man with a bowl cut of some sort, very short.
now point the gun at him, John, and ask him
Whoa,
if
whoa.
you think it's funny.
It was hilarious, son. You don't
I
want
don't
to
hear
do
you
this.
laugh. I don't hear anybody else laughing. It was a funny joke.
Look, son, just take it easy, all right?
Gotta get my humor. You all gotta find me funny. They're funny people. Now again, let me tell you a joke. Ask them, John. Tell them. Knock, knock.
John says knock knock. Appears the fat man with the bowl cut responds, "Oh, all right, son. Who's there?"
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Tom, there's no need to cry.
John tells him there's no need to cry. No one seems to be laughing.
You didn't find it funny?
No. It was hilarious. Just, why don't you aim that gun elsewhere, boy?
I don't hear you laughing. John, ask him his name.
What's your name? My name? I'm Evan. Evan Hemsworth.
Tell him you only met one Evan before, and he didn't live too long.
Is that right? Sorry to hear that.
Tell him you hope he beats the odds, John.
What is that supposed to mean?
Tell him, John, you just hope for a good and fruitful future where he doesn't get shot in the face.
His eyes widen. A strange feeling of deja vu overcomes Evan Hemsworth. I can't find the feeling. And he says, "Yeah, I hope that too."
All right, John, take a look. Do you see anybody that may be dressed nicely?
John looks throughout the crowd, ignoring Evan. And, yeah, there are a few people wearing some decent clothing, you'd say.
All right, John, go up to the first guy that looks like his clothes would fit you.
Yeah, John goes through the crowd and comes up on a guy about the same frame as you. He might be a little bit shorter, in fact.
Tell him, John, you really like his clothes.
Oh, well, thank you, Prada, but,
Tell him, John, you really, really like those clothes.
yes, I bought them myself. I could give you some recommendations. You look a bit shabby.
Oh, he said we look shabby, dude. Tell him, I think it's time we just get a change of clothes right now.
What do you mean by that? I don't see any stores, right? I'm not shabby in a good way, by the way. You look chic, like, really in vogue right now, I think.
Tell him we should really go to the bathroom, John, and get all those clothes and bring them to
you. You're joking, right? You know how much I paid for these?
He thinks we're joking, John.
Alright, John, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to roll from behind. Someone seems to be attacking you. What are your skills, Sim?
Melee combat.
Oof. From behind, you hear maybe at the last second a loud, deep breathing. And you can see a very fat man lunging at you. You turn around at the last second. What are you going to do?
Throw an elbow, John. Throw an elbow. In fact, hit him with the pistol.
Oh, yeah. With your melee skills, you turn around, whip him with your pistol. He gets it right in front of his face. He goes to the side. And he falls down on the ground on his ass. He looks up at you, blood streaming down his nose. Son, it doesn't have to go like this.
I believe that was my point.
You fulfilled the goal, so anyone want to bid for control? Oof. Is everyone out of willpower?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
no.
at 0.
Anyone has anything?
Ian.
I got nothing.
I have willpower left.
Right now, everyone voted 0, so if you have at least 1 willpower, gotta put that one out there. Otherwise the game is gonna end.
We don't want a nap now. We need a nap.
So anyone?
Ian, are you bidding?
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything, or just him?
Bit of-
I got nothing.
I got a goose egg.
Ian, you are in control. There's a fat man on the ground, blood streaming down his face, pleading with you to end this madness. This is right up Johnny Bravo's alley, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Holy moly, sweet bejesus. What have you gotten yourself into, John?
I don't know.
This is no bueno. I tell you, it's no bueno. Quickly, man. Quick, do a quick lights out on the funny. Oh man, his hair is so looking so bad. Do a quick lights on him. I can't think right now, John. Hit him with the gun again. Put everything you got into it.
Yeah, we'll give you that one. You hit him once, so you knock him out. The man is now unconscious and bleeding.
Time to go to sleep, Hakiba. Now we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here, John. I know we're still flying. We're still flying, correct? Sounds right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Point the gun back to the pilot real quick. Tell him to stay on course. Stay on course.
John enters the cockpit again, tells the pilot to stay on course. He's like, I was, sir. Don't shoot me.
Just tell him to stay on course, or he's the next one to get it.
Okay. Yeah, you reaffirm his commitment to the cause.
All right, now, John, go back and do a little crowd control. Make sure they all know that you're a numero uno man in charge. Start with the VIP section.
Oh yeah, you go into the VIP section, there are a bunch of older people, wealthy looking, the product guys there.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute, back up there, John. Is that someone famous?
High or low, Ian?
We'll go high.
Unfortunately, no. It's not someone famous.
My mistake. Now tell them all to sit down and shut up.
Yeah, you run some crowd control. It doesn't look like anyone else is going to challenge your authority on this matter after putting down both the Marshal and Evan Hemsworth.
Did you ever change clothes? Or you didn't get a chance to?
No, the man did not change clothes. You were attacked last second.
Okay. Are we aware of the other voices inside of John's head? Fighting for control?
You know that every now and then you have control of John, and you know what John does when you're not in control.
Okay, okay.
But you don't know whether or not this is John's natural personality. You don't know if there are any voices.
So I know he was looking for a change of clothes?
You witnessed him do all that, yes.
Okay. So yeah, he says, you had the right idea there, John. He says, we need to get ourselves a disguise. He says, nothing fancy though, and he'll look over, and he's like, over there, and he's like, whoosh, with the hands. So that guy right there, get here, him in a nice black t-shirt and the jeans.
Oh yeah, it just so happens a man in that exact description is there, and you're able to... He's much more cooperative now, and you're able to get his clothes, and you're gonna swap out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get naked in front of everyone, and they watch as you change.
Yeah, hold the gun at him, John. Tell him no peeking.
No one peek. You wave that gun around as you put a shirt over your head. You can't really see anything, but...
Over there, quick, tell us, that means you, Grandma.
You say that, and you point it to the nice old lady who you were a stowaway with.
Now get dressed, come on, we gotta get dressed quickly.
Yeah, John equips the new clothing, granting him +1 to, I don't know, blending in.
Find a stewardess, we need some coffee, we gotta stay awake, wide and alert, we need some caffeine.
John looks around, there are a couple of people in uniform, and demands some coffee. One of them walks back and looks at where the coffee would be. It seems that, you know, pre-flight checks, all that was not complete. Coffee is absolutely everywhere. Shit's spilled over. Carts are... Everything's open. It's a huge mess.
What? No coffee? Oh, this is no good, no good. Hell, tell her to bring you some of them peanuts then.
She begins reaching around the ground. There are packs of peanuts scattered everywhere, and she hands you one.
None of those honey roasted. None of those honey roasted.
She looks at the pack. It's honey roasted. She puts it down, begins looking for another one, finds it, hands it to you. Just unsalted peanuts.
Tell her, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Very shakily, she hands you the peanuts.
Oh man, rub the gun against your temple, man. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Not good for either one of our hairs, John. Oh, we gotta find a way out of here. Go back, make sure the pilot's on check. We gotta stay on course. We gotta stay on course.
You go back, and as you get to the cockpit, you attempt to open the door, and you realize it's locked. And as that realization comes to you, the plane begins to turn.
Oh, mama, this is not good. This is not good there, John. We gotta get off this plane. We gotta get off this plane now.
Oh, shit.
What do I do? How do I do that?
I got an idea there, John. I got an idea. It says, make your way down to baggage. I've seen this trick work in dozens of movies.
John is able to navigate his way down to baggage.
Look around. We gotta find access.
What are you looking for?
Gotta find access to the landing gear. It's around here somewhere. It's gonna be a panel.
Yeah, sure. John is able to locate a panel that he can assume is the landing gear.
Alright, John, try to find it. We gotta open this panel, but first, let's go through this luggage. We need to find sheets. Lots of large sheets.
John begins opening up all the luggage. He's sliding all over the place. He finds shirts, bras, underwear, bunch of stuff. And not really sheets, but lots of clothing.
Wait a minute. Look at that trunk there, John. You think we could fit in that trunk?
John looks at the trunk, looks at himself in all his 5'3" glory, and he's like, yeah, I could probably do that.
I don't think we could get the truck to the landing gear. Do you think so? Try to move the trunk to see if it could fit down there. If we get the landing gear down, if we could fit the trunk through there.
It seems to be just the perfect shape and size.
Oh, Hakiba! Well, I've got an idea. He says, now listen to me, John. We gotta make this quick. We gotta do it fast. He says, I want you to put as many soft, cushy, plushy clothes as you can fit inside the trunk. But find them big old giant granny panties, but hang them outside the trunk, because we're gonna try to use it to slow us down, but we need to get in that trunk and shimmy our way through the landing gear.
Give me a roll for crafting this makeshift escape vehicle.
Spinning my last two willpower.
Oh shit! Oh!
John, using all his wit, all his cunning, and the materials at hand, remembers as a kid as he sat in front of the TV and watched MacGyver, and manages to make what he believes is a passable device for his goal.
Get in that trunk and close the lid there, John. Now on the count of 3, I want you to wiggle. Put everything into your hips. Everything into your hips, John. I want you to just lunge, make your way toward straight on down. And blessed bejesus, the wind's gonna carry us. It's gonna catch the homemade parachute. Them granny panties are gonna float us to safety, John. Don't be afraid if you get bumbled around and rumbled around, tumbled around. He says it's okay. All these nice plushy clothes are gonna keep us nice and safe. You hear me, John?
Yeah, you haven't let me astray yet, right? Okay. Okay. Jimmy, a final roll, yeah, but the difficulty will be 3 because you have a decently crafted vehicle.
John, I know you might be scared, John. You hear me? Can you hear me, John?
Hear you. I can hear you.
Let me see you, monkey.
Oh no!
John shimmies and shimmies, and eventually the landing gear panel comes loose. John feels gravity take hold and wind blowing, and he can hear the engine rolling, and it goes further and further away as he falls for what seems like an eternity. John thinks back on his life, how he could have been a dentist like his mother always wanted him to be, just like his cousin Larry. He could have done so many things, but this is where he ended up tonight. And he remembers in his pocket is the phone number of a flight attendant, and it's the last thought that crosses his mind as suddenly an impact, a thud, and everything fades to black.
Jesus fucking Christ.